folks, it's time for another video here with the Reluctant Ranger. That's where we are, doing our videos of a little land cleanup. Today we're going to try and burn out a stump again. We're poor, so we're going to trade minutes for equipment, right? So we're going to try and do it the cheap and time-consuming way as opposed to the fast and more expensive way. The plan is to burn out this stump. Our tools are a barrel over here. You might have seen a previous video where we cut the bottom and the top out of this so it's a hollow tube. That way we can place this barrel over this particular stump right here. We're going to throw some stuff on there, some sticks to try and create a long burning smoldering fire. We don't have holes cut into this because we don't want a whole lot of air. We wanted a low oxygenated, slow burning, smoldering burn. It'll burn for days and eventually burn the stump out. I've got some starting fluids here. That's diesel. This is a mix of old gas and diesel and stuff. We're not going to use gasoline to start our fire. We're going to add just a little bit to our diesel mix to try and start it up a little bit faster. I'll use a chainsaw. We're going to cut several slits in here to try and get in a little bit deeper to the stump. And this is kind of an older chain, and hopefully we'll get a little bit more diesel and fuel into the stump to try and burn it out as it goes. That's our plan. We'll see how it goes. All right. We're going to start very good. Get this stuff away. Step one is just going to be cut some slits. Okay, through the magic of editing, I'm back. I went ahead and put my chainsaw chaps on because we want to be safe and I don't want to clear land and be dead to enjoy it. So chaps are on. You might see that I've cleared a little bit around here. We're not going to try and cut sideways into the stump. I'm not trying to cut it below grade, but I did want to clear away any kind of big rocks. So I'll just kind of kick the dirt clear a little bit on the sides so I don't accidentally put my chainsaw tip into a protruding rock. Again, I'm going to be staying within the diameter, but safety first. We're going to try and clear those rocks out. All right, here we go. I'm going to start on this side. Just going to make a bunch of cuts into the stump, ideally. One of the approved starting methods. Chain brakes on. did a few plunge cuts into the stump. We'll see how that does. This is my mix of all types of gas and diesel. Then I'm just going to put a little bit in here. I'm going to use that spout. Just a little bit to seep in there. We don't want to blow anything up. There we go. Then we'll top her off with some diesel. Diesel is a lot less explosive, less likely to blow up, more likely to burn. See how that goes. Those plunge cuts went a little bit deeper than I thought. All right. We'll call that good for now. Next step's to add our kindling. We'll try and get that lit. Alright, we got our toasty little fire going over top our stump. We've let the coals burn down just a little bit. Now I'm going to try and place the barrel, put the barrel over our flame. We'll see how well this works. That is a thing of beauty right there. Right there. It's sitting right. Now we just have to let it keep heating up, and then we'll throw bigger and bigger logs in there and hopefully get some big enough logs to kind of smolder all night once we leave it for the night. We'll come back and check in on it in the morning. Let's try and add some bigger logs. The barrel is going to help us keep these upright so we're not worried about them breaking down too small. So these in kind of tiki style. by the last glow of our sunset here. We've got this hot fire pretty hot. We're gonna let this stuff burn down into it and then leave it for the night, and we'll come back tomorrow. It'll be like Christmas morning, see what it looks like. All right. So we left it last night. I actually came back and stoked it. It died down a little bit, so I refilled it with fuel. And this morning we're gonna come take a look at it and see what we've got. It's kind of like Christmas time, opening your packages. We don't know what it's gonna look like. It's pretty much burned down from the top. We're gonna open it up and see just how much stumps left underneath the ashes. A big reveal. Out of the way. Got a pretty good smoldering burn here. It looks like stump burned away out of the stump here. That's still a lot of stump left over. You can see the chainsaw cut. Charring. See how deeply it'll go. At least that's all charred. I can see that. This one little centerpiece right here seems to be unburned. All the rest seems pretty charry. Maybe another couple days. We'll get it there, especially if we expose some of this. You still see some of the coals are pretty hot. We'll get this stoked back up here in a few minutes. I don't feel the heat coming off of it still. Alright, I'm down to hardwood right there. We're pretty close to ground level, except for this one little point. I think in the middle. Looks like it burned hotter around the edges. And that might be because the barrel didn't fit flush with the ground, so there was air coming in underneath the bottom. Kind of blow torched it around the edges and got it hotter on the edges than in the middle. Let's see if that continues next time. All right, we're gonna cover this back up and get her back lit. So a couple other things on our site. You might notice is we pan around the barrel. Again, kind of trying to be somewhat safe. We don't want to burn our whole property down. Did clear all the clearly combustible stuff away from the barrel so nothing could creep out. And I did put up a few little stone things here to keep embers from rolling downhill and keep the barrel from rolling downhill if necessary. One thing you might notice is throughout these videos, you'll see me picking up fuel from on the ground. And normally that's not gonna be dry combustible wood that's soaked up moisture from the ground. But we've just gone through a pretty long drought. It was a long, hot and dry summer. This wood is exceptionally dry. We had 5 inches of rain last week, and normally you would think that would wet everything down. It's still plenty dry enough. We can just scrape it right off the ground, throw it in, and it burns just fine. We waited actually several weeks until we got the rain so that it would be safer for us to burn. That's our plan, is to kind of wait till the ground's a little bit wet before we do any kind of burning, just to be on the ultra safe side. The wood's plenty dry enough to burn as it goes. All right, guys, we're back here to wrap up our first series on our experimental stump burning barrel of doom. It's been a couple days since the last time we actually added fuel to this. The fire is out, it's smoldered and done its thing. We actually had a little bit of rain the other day, so it's all out. This is gonna be like Christmas again. We're gonna see what we wound up with, and we'll go from there. All right, here we go. This is our big reveal. I will warn us, we did on our last time that we were here, I had a little bit of trash gathered up from the area and we burned that in here too, so you might see a little bit of residue from that. But mostly it's just been wood from the cleared area that we used as fuel. All right, here we go. Burn barrel stump destroyer number 1. Remember, this was the edge that had burned down pretty well last time. That was a rock that I used to help hold up the barrel. A little bit of ash. A little bit of ash from the side. Ash and mud. That's down to dirt level. If you remember from the last peak, we had a little bit right here in the front, and I'm saving that to see if that's ash or is that still stump. I'm afraid that might still be stump. Ooh, that was a good cut. A little bit still there. Just a little bit of heartwood there. That is, for all intents and purposes, back to dirt level here if we look at all our dirt pushed away this way. Alright, that leaves us with a little bit of rocks, then some of these smaller stumps over here. Part of our experiment was to see barrel versus open burn, so we'll clear these rocks away and then probably put a burn pile over these little stumps, and we'll just burn that openly and we'll see what happens with that. And they'll probably see that in another video. Appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, mash that subscribe if you like it. There'll be more videos to come. Look forward to seeing you in the future.